Hi, my name is Oswald Sabrino. This is a short book video on this book available at Amazon.com, 5 Lessons from the Philosopher George Santayana. He was also an excellent writer of fiction. George Santayana, his dates were 1863 to 1952. He was born in Spain but raised in the United States. So he's also primarily an American philosopher, but he's also of Spanish cultural background. Let me read a portion of the introduction. George Santayana will always be remembered by these immortal and most famous words, which most of you have heard. Quote, "Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it." With this same logic, in this quote, I invite you to look back at George Santayana, a curious figure in American culture and philosophy who was born in Spain but raised and educated in the Boston and Cambridge of Harvard and William James. William James is a great American philosopher whose dates are 1842 to 1910. Santayana was born Jorge in Spanish and became George in the United States, in a process of name translation that is familiar to many of us who are immigrants. My own interest in drawing your attention to Santayana is that he was indeed part of the milieu of the pragmatist philosopher William James at Harvard University. William James is one of the founders of American pragmatism, which is a school of philosophy. Although Santayana was in that milieu, Santayana was not a philosophical follower of James, although he was a friend of his, and Santayana was not part of the pragmatist school. I have another motive to draw attention to Santayana, is to draw attention to a Spanish-American thinker who wrote superbly in English with a knack for quotable statements. It's amazing. Born in Spain as a young child, came to the United States, and is a wonderful writer and stylist in the English language. Hopefully, this look back at Santayana may dispel some of the absurd stereotypes about Hispanics today that some demagogues exploit in a malicious way. I conclude this short book with a view of Santayana's concept of animal faith. The animal faith eloquently described by Santayana has much in common with the pragmatism of William James, his friend, although Santayana formally rejected the philosophy of pragmatism. The animal faith of Santayana also has much in common with the philosophy of another Spaniard by birth, José Ortega y Gasset, 1883 to 1955. For me, Santayana expresses in his own way some of the most valued insights that I admire in the works of the pragmatist philosopher William James and in the existentialist Spanish philosopher José Ortega y Gasset. This overlap is not surprising among these thinkers because all were focused on understanding more profoundly our common situation and predicament, living, which is, after all, what draws me and many of us to philosophy, to find lessons for life, for living. Thank you. The book is 5 Lessons from George Santayana, available at Amazon.com. Have a good day.